Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Just keep in mind if you're a cross watcher, of course, Spirit knows who's watching, and sometimes you might think that you're spying on your person, but you're probably getting information about what you need to know. Not always, but it can occur that way. I focus on relationships if you're new to the channel. However, I do deliver any messages that come through. We are looking at the month of June in love, romance, family, life in general. Anything Spirit thinks that you need to know about for the month of June, hopefully you will find guidance on. But again, I do focus my attention on relationships. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome in. There will be an extended version of this over in Patreon. It is a paid subscription. In order to get the extended, you have to join at the $4.44 level. So, for less than $5 a month, you get all 12 extended zodiacs and exclusive pick-a-pile readings that are not uploaded to YouTube. If you're interested, that's where you can find the extendeds. We would love to see you over there. If you resonate with being a twin flame or a high-level soulmate going through an ascension process with a high-level soulmate, you might consider joining the 1111 tier. That's where we're doing all of our shadow work, journaling. And then in the other tier, it's 2222, all access VIP pass. You get all of the exclusive content and divination tutorials, which we are currently going to be doing numerology. I'm almost done, guys, making all of the videos for that. They will be uploaded in the month of June. And then in the month of July, we'll probably do something different. Or August, because July I'm going to Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, if you guys know Rich Lopp, if you watch him on YouTube, if you don't, go check him out because he's an awesome reader. Rich and his beautiful fiancee Leah are getting married in July, and they have asked me to officiate their wedding. And so I have lowered some of the prices of my readings for the month of June and July. Well, until I leave. The wedding is July 9th. I leave on the 6th. So between now and July 6th, if you would like to purchase a mini reading to help, um, fund the trip and a gift for Rich and Leah, then please do so. I would appreciate that, and I'm sure they will too. I haven't picked out their gift yet, but I do intend to find something extra special for them. If you would like to donate, there is a PayPal me link. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot that I have to say. So we are going to get right into your reading, Aquarius, and see what's happening for you in the month of June. Your bottom of the deck energy is the King of Wands. In this deck, it says practicality. And under that is the Nine of Pentacles with gratitude and the Magician. Wow, okay. Looks to me like you've got some creative endeavor on your mind. Or if it's relationship, it's, um, I'm going to hold that thought. Because I've got the Four of Wands here with the Seven of Swords and the King of Cups under there. Some of you guys might actually have a choice in relationships if that resonates. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords, some of you could have recently had a breakup or an argument with somebody, but it definitely looks like you could be manifesting either a makeup or somebody new. Let's get all your cards out and then I'll channel for you. So your first card is Judgment, self-reflection, and it is clarified by the Page of Cups. Again, I'm seeing some kind of a apology or communication around somebody being wanting to make things better. Yeah. Three of Cups, reunion. And it was clarified. 2 cards came out. We have the Tower with the 8 of Wands. So unexpected reunion, unexpected. For some of you, it's meeting somebody new, through a friend or social event. For others of you, because a page could be somebody new. But we have 2 kings here. So you might have broken up with somebody else and they're hoping to make amends. And they might communicate with you, or you could be meeting somebody totally new and then kind of have 2 options. We have the 6 of Swords, calm, moving things into calmer waters. This could be travel. Then we have the Magician again, so heavy Mercury, Virgo, Aries energy. Queen of Swords, resilience. Wow, so I don't know how you're going to accept this. 9 of Swords. I have a feeling that either if this is a breakup and a attempt at a makeup, somebody wanting to, because we have union here, we have reunion here, we have things moving into calmer waters, we have a judgment being made around some kind of a abrupt or unannounced, or because the Tower can be very unexpected. But when it comes with the 8 of Wands, it feels like a good tower. It doesn't feel like a bad tower. But I can definitely see it's unexpected, because with the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Swords, it kind of feels like you, or if you're a cross watcher, it could be your person. Take it as it resonates. But somebody is going to be triggered, is what it feels like, by this unexpected communication or unexpected meeting. I'm definitely feeling for some of you that you could have broken up with one person and you meet somebody new quite unexpectedly. And because you're meeting somebody new, you're a little bit skeptical with the Queen of Swords, a little anxious or worried about starting over again, trying again. For some of you, you might be looking at traveling in the month of June. If you don't have any romantic relationships, you could be looking at travel plans being disrupted. Maybe you've got an event to go to, 3 of Cups, and it gets disrupted with the Tower. Maybe you can't travel. Something that you're really looking forward to. Something you might have even been committed to that's got you feeling guilty or upset because it's not happening the way you wanted it to. Now, remember, these are general readings. And so what I do is I just read the energy and I toss out lots of different information, and I expect it to be like Velcro, right? If it's in frequency with what's happening in your current situation, then you're going to know it. You're going to feel it. And if it's a prediction, then when it happens, maybe it'll click and you'll be like, oh, that's what Tracie talked about in my reading. Wow. So I'm going to go back to the storyline of those of you that might have options. I do, because with the 9 of Pentacles coming in, with the Magician and the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, for some of you, you might have actually had some kind of so I'm getting this story, and I don't know why. I'm getting this story for some of you, but not all of you, because for most of you, this is somebody new, somebody you're manifesting. It's like you've been telling the universe, I really would like to not be single anymore. I would like, it's like you're setting a list up of what you want in a partner, somebody who's not an asshole with the Seven of Swords, somebody who has done their inner work with the Hermit, somebody who really wants to commit. But the one storyline that seems to be kind of niggling at me is for some of you that you might have broke up with someone else, or your person has broken up with someone else. And that has somehow moved things forward for the two of you to kind of reconcile, because I've got 2 reconciliation, 3 if you include judgment, and judgment can be a reconciliation card. And so for some of you, there is some kind of a reconciliation opportunity that happens in June for you. And it's going to cause you to kind of get up in your feels. Well, actually, not your feels, just the opposite. It's going to make you get up in your head, right? Queen of Swords, 9 of Swords, stressed, worried, guarded, and not really expressing your truest feelings. Now, if that does not resonate with you, the other story I'm getting is you could meet somebody or even somebody from the past, because sometimes the judgment is somebody from the past. Somebody from the past could be showing up in one of your social circles, or in a friend or a celebration, marriage or a wedding, even with the 4 of Wands. But if this is somebody from your past, it's somebody that you have some bad juju with, or maybe, they weren't the most honest person. But with the Page of Cups, that a lot of times is my new love, or if it's someone from the past, it's somebody that definitely needs to apologize for something. So those are kind of the scenarios I'm seeing. I see for some of you, you'll have options. I don't have the 7 of Cups, but I have 3 kings here. I have the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the King of Wands. So if you're a feminine watching this, and you are out socializing, there could be opportunities to meet new people. It's funny because there's 3 kings and we've got the 3 of Cups, which could mean 3 different options, 3 different new friends or people that cross your path in the month of June. For a group of you, you've been telling the universe what you want. You've been asking for, because you've got the Magician twice. And I think you've listed character traits. I want somebody who is not dramatic or not in drama. I want somebody that speaks their truth, somebody who isn't fearful of commitment. I want somebody different than the people I've manifested in the past. I want them to be passionate and intelligent and emotionally available. I want them to be able to communicate clearly. And then boom, it's like your manifestation is given to you in some form. I'm feeling like at a social event, or out partying, or at a wedding of some sort. But take what resonates. Don't let anything take away from you. A lot of you, with this 9 of Swords, this is extreme overthinking. This is really anxiety and stress and worry. I want to say confusion, but not confusion like options confusion, but confusion like, what do I do? How do I answer this? Should I be cold and hold back? Should I have boundaries, or should I be open to this? It doesn't matter what the scenario is, whether it's a returning person that you run into, because it does kind of feel like a run-in, or maybe somebody you friend zoned that tells you they have feelings for you. And it doesn't really matter, Spirit's saying, because there's a lot of you watching. So the scenarios I've named 3. I think you'll fall in one of those categories of somebody returning, meeting someone new, possibly meeting lots of new people. But whatever happens in the month of June, it's definitely going to put you in your thoughts, feeling anxious, feeling worried, feeling stressed, obsessive thoughts is what it feels like. With the Tower and the Eight of Wands clarifying the Three of Cups, it really does feel like a sudden good news or it could also be for some of you, if you broke up with somebody that you've been missing, maybe somebody that you really thought you would have a long-term connection with, and then it just kind of didn't happen, or maybe there was a false start. What I'm seeing here is that you're either going to run into them and they're going to communicate with you, or you're going to be out at a social function of some sort and you're going to get enlightened about something. Somebody's going, because this Queen of Swords could be somebody else telling you something, like gossiping, or you hear or see something out in a friend group that is about your person or about your situation. But I like this. When you get Judgment with the Page of Cups, when you get the Three of Cups with the Eight of Wands and the Tower, and the Six of Swords is always moving us toward calmer waters, out of stormy weather, out of turbulence, right? And clarified by the Magician, this is, something that somebody, whether it's you or your person, if you have a person, is absolutely been asking for, manifesting, visualizing, daydreaming about, maybe even up late at night stressing about. Let's see what your oracles are. They could shed some more light on this. But I'm noticing in this particular tower, it says destruction, enlightenment, and release. And I'm seeing this big eyeball over top of the tower. And it feels to me like, for some of you, this could be gossip. This could be some kind of a news that you get about somebody or some situation that you have emotional ties to, maybe a friendship circle. If it's romantic in nature, it almost feels like you could hear something about your person. Maybe they're the ones with the Nine of Pentacles. Sorry for the noise, the window's open. For some of you, you could hear, because it feels like good news. This card says good news, travel. For some of you, you just might hear some gossip about somebody else, maybe a person you have feelings for. Being single, you're like, what? Last time I knew they were living with so-and-so or dating so-and-so, with the Four of Wands in some kind of committed relationship. But the Seven of Swords, it wasn't good. And you might just find out that this person is suddenly available when you thought they weren't. And then you start scheming, right? You're up late at night thinking, how can I communicate? How can I open up the doors of communication? How can I move this forward without being obvious? Yeah, it's a general. I'm trying to keep it general. I do see specific messages, but I'm trying to keep my YouTube videos are for like almost 4,000 people. So I try to keep it general, but I'm sure that these oracle cards are going to shift the energy. So let's just see what we've got. So we have unfolding. So something is coming out is what I feel like. There's an unfolding. There's news. There's change. It says, according to your will, Change me, divine beloved, into one who lets you guide things according to your will. May the highest unfold in all ways. Now, with that Tower card, that at times is divine intervention. This is something that you didn't create. And it really feels that way too. It feels like it's unexpected. Sometimes in readings, it feels like you bring the Tower down. Now, if this Tower came after the Queen of Swords, I would feel like you guys said something or did something that absolutely brought a Tower moment. But this kind of feels unexpected with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands. It feels to me like there's something you find out or something someone says to you that is unexpected and then kind of sets this tone of stress, anxiety, worry, which feels unnecessary, I'm going to say, because all of the cards are good. The Four of Wands, the Six of, Swords tells me whatever this is, it's moving things in a better direction. And with the Magician clarifying the Six of Swords, it feels to me like this is unfolding for you because of you, like because of a dream you had or thoughts or expression or ritual even, maybe even lighting candles or doing vision boards. For some of you, you're single as a Pringle with the Nine of Pentacles and you're manifesting new love, and you'll meet that new love or that new prospect in your friend group or at a wedding, but it's unfolding divinely. With the Tower, it's something unexpected that the universe brings to you with the Magician. You manifest it, right? Here, you asked for this and the universe says, let me step in and give it to you. And it feels like all of a sudden you're in this almost self-sabotaging energy of over questioning it, like it's too good to be true. I've noticed in some of the readings this month, there's a lot of that energy of, is this too good to be true? So next we have Goddess of Dreams, Vision, Intuition, and Receptivity in the reverse. It's number 25, breaks down to a 7. So for some of you, you didn't expect this. This is like a vision. With the Magician, this is something you want, but it's not something you thought would ever happen. It's something that, again, feels too good to be true. It's like I've visualized this, I've scripted this, I've dreamed about this, I've asked for this. But then when it happens here, which it looks like it's happening, now you need to self-reflect. You need to think. And with the vision, intuition, and receptivity in the reverse, with this Nine of Swords, it feels like you're almost unable to tap into your intuition. And you're not really trusting this with the Seven of Swords. And we have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. If this is a return from somebody from the past, it might be hard. Sometimes it can be very hard to trust somebody when the Seven of Swords comes in. And maybe you moved on. Maybe you were trying to manifest somebody new. And then you get this return, because the Judgment card oftentimes is somebody returning. And with that King of Wands and the Pride card, it could very well make you feel fearful and proud. Our pride. Should I forgive them? Should I even give them the time of day? Should I listen to what they say? Can I trust them? And it's that ego, right? Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords. I'm resistant. It feels resistant because you get triggered somehow in your ego. And maybe even this person didn't treat you well in the past, if it's a returning person, and now you're saying, my pride. Queen of Swords has a lot of pride. she's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie, and she's, had to fight hard for her independence. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. And she doesn't want to be tricked or lied to or duped. Next, we have past life love. See, your soul remembers this intense connection. With the Tower, it is intense. With the Nine of Swords, it is intense. Four of Wands, that's my twin flame union card. Doesn't have to be a twin flame. I mean, obviously, we don't have any other twin cards here, so you don't have to take that if it doesn't resonate. But some of you, I know, found me because you're on that journey. So if this is a really intense connection that you thought you had put behind you, you thought had closed out, you thought, that you were manifesting something new, it looks to me like for some of you, it's coming back around with Judgment. And with past life love, even if it's somebody new that you meet, totally new, with Judgment, it can be somebody from a past life that you meet and triggers you, right? That's the Tower. It feels right. It feels almost too good to be true is what I want to say. I don't know why, but that's why I keep hearing in my head. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I do believe you're going to take a moment. You're going to take a step back to think about this. The end of your reading here is all swords. We have the Magician, the Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords. And the Judgment card here is tagged with the keyword self-reflection. So whether you go on a retreat with this person where you can speak alone outside of your friend group with the Three of Cups, or you retreat all by yourself with friends, family. Every time I see this, I almost think of a daughter with her father. I don't know why, but it just feels that way to me, who it has cold feet on her wedding day, and she's taking a walk with her dad, and he's consoling her, trying to, put her mind at ease. I don't know why, just intuitively, a lot of other readers see this as a couple, but I see it as a father and daughter. And so, with the Nine of Swords, you might need to talk to somebody, a parent or a friend, about this, communicate about this in order to get clear on what you should do. It does feel a bit too good to be true. Worrisome. And for some of you, it's somebody brand new with this Page of Cups. For others, you've got Three Kings here. For some of you, you've been telling the universe exactly how you want your person to show up. And it feels to me like, for those of you that this isn't somebody from the past, it feels to me like you might just unexpectedly meet somebody that kind of feels right, that just unfolds naturally. And I think it's going to trigger you. We have trust. Yes, definitely. I feel that this is something you mistrust. I don't know that it's because it's not trustworthy, because that Seven of Swords is there. When I go to the extended, I'm going to clarify that Seven of Swords. It doesn't feel at all to me like this person is a bad person, whomever they are. It feels to me like they trigger you in past relationships where you might have been in relationships that weren't trustworthy. But we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So for some of you, again, I feel this energy of being triggered with the Judgment, the Queen of Swords, the Tower, the Eight of Wands, the Seven. It really does. I'm going to say the majority of you are going to resonate with this as being somebody from the past, but not all of you. Some of you are meeting somebody brand new, maybe even some options in the month of June that you've been absolutely specifically asking for. And when when it shows up unexpectedly, you're going to mistrust it because of old wounds from past loves. Take what resonates, guys. Most of you will know what I'm talking about. I'm late with my zodiacs because there's been a lot going on in my personal life. And so we're in the second week of June already. And I usually have these up in the first couple of days of the month. And so a lot of this could already be unfolding for you. If it isn't, then look for it to happen quickly with the Eight of Wands and the Tower. It's definitely coming in soon for you. I would say Spirit's advice is to take a moment, take a breather for self-reflection, get out of your head. Remind yourself that you are a powerful, conscious creator. Take the past lessons that you've learned, but don't allow them to block any blessings. And it does feel trustworthy, even though you don't trust it, with the intuition, receptivity, and vision in reverse. For some of you, this is coming in different than you envisioned it. However that is. But there's a transformation and acceptance with the Six of Swords that can happen naturally if you just accept the situation for what it is and try not to project any fear or anxiety onto it. Don't self-sabotage it. Allow yourself maybe to get into your heart space a little more and less out of your head and your ego. And obviously, it's kind of destined with the Tower and the unfolding card and the past life love. It's very intense. And so Spirit's saying it's okay while making this judgment to take a little time or ask for a little time to retreat. Some of you might even retreat with this person. With the Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands, it's travel. You might go on a little weekend excursion. You might be traveling. When you meet this person, you could be attending a wedding because these guys are dressed in wedding attire. This is the Four of Wands, which is usually depicting a wedding. And with the Three of Cups, it is a celebratory situation. So there you go, guys. There's a lot of key words and elements there to help you to kind of discern how this will unfold for you. But with the Magician twice, somebody manifested this. Somebody has been heavily manifesting this. And if it's not you, it's the other person. And I do see a person. Actually, I see for some of you, it's more than one person. But for most of you, it's just somebody coming in that kind of meets. If this is you single trying to manifest new love, this person's going to come in kind of almost perfect, like meeting all of your requirements, all of the things you've asked for. And it really is going to kind of rock your world. You're going to be like, what? This is too good to be true. This is intense. Is this for real? Can I trust this? So I'm going to take this over to the extended Aquarius. And I've noticed, June is the month for love. I've been seeing a lot of new romance and a lot of returning romance. We're going through eclipse season. It lasts for about 6 months. And we just got out of Mercury retrograde. I think we might even still be in the shadow period. So people from the past do tend to come back around for judgment, a new eye, a new view, a new look at whatever it is. I think you've been manifesting it, but I don't think you really believed you'd get it. And so here it comes. Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Tower. Sudden, unexpected. And for some of you, it's gossip. I don't know why. I'm maybe one of you. I'm just hearing, you could hear some gossip out and about somebody that used to be married or in a long-term relationship, and they're single now. And you're like, oh no, they're single. How do I manifest them? How do I open the door to communicate? How do I, Page of Cups, how do I open up communication and movement with this person? How do I get a hold of them? How do I accidentally show up intentionally someplace I know they're going to be? And I like that. I mean, hey, manifest what you need to manifest any way you need to, as long as they're not Seven of Swords material. For some of you, it's somebody who was in another relationship. All right. I love you. I'm going to leave this here. If you want to follow me over to the Patreon, it's only $4.44 a month. I mean, we spend that on a cup of coffee, maybe a light, burger somewhere. And you get all 12 zodiacs. You can cross watch to your heart content. You can cross watch for you, for your family, for your children, for your spouse, for your loved one, for whatever, whomever. You can, whatever you want to do with them. They belong to you for less than $5 a month. If you resonate with being a twin flame, check out the higher tiers. And if you want to learn divination, you might want the VIP pass. But if this is where we part ways, thank you for being here. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if it resonated in any way, shape, or form. Drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonated. And I will see you on the next upload. Namaste.